Now, alongside one of the restaurant's commis chefs, Amerigo Sesti, Michel invites us into his private kitchen to share his special recipe.
A grilled rabbit fillet served on a base of celery hack, braised, little spring onion nicely cooked and little color on it, and an Armagnac sauce with chestnut. It's one of my signature dishes which I've been cooking for the last 25 years, obviously with different rabbit. Now, we've got a lovely rabbit, farm rabbit, back of a rabbit. We've got celery hack, which is beautiful, indeed. Spring onions, white onions, carrot and shallots for the sauce. We've got lovely bones of a rabbit, which my butcher gave me. And I've got a piece of bread, which I'm going to use for the presentation, but I will show you that later. So let's start it, because I've got to butcher the little rabbit meat. So let's do that. You need a little knife, sharp knife, and you take the meat off the bones. I could do the legs as well, but I'm only cooking 2 portions. I'm going to show you as well. So what we do, we just cut that, because it's pretty thick. You can see the fillet is quite thick. So we cut it in the middle, so it's going to be thinner and quicker to cook. We're going to put a bit of oil, which is in fact grapeseed oil. Put my fillet of rabbit in oil. Here we are. Then I'm using Provence herbs from my garden near Saint-Tropez. The smell of the thyme is beautiful, full flavor. So I just put a bit of thyme there on the rabbit. A bit of bay leaves as well, crushed bay leaf, which come from Provence as well. So a bit of oil, again. Now you put some cling film, Amerigo. The bones. Now I'm going to take the bones. That's it. Here we are. Nicely, that's it. So nice color. Now the onions, you're going to start cooking the onions. What I'm doing, I'm going to pass on the little onion to Amerigo, and he's going to cook them in a little water with butter and salt. Nothing else than that. So, now what I'm adding, nevertheless, is the mirepoix. It's what gives the flavor to the sauce as well. So, mirepoix of little carrot, we add it there. Bit of shallots, as you can see. And of course, a bit of thyme and bay leaf again. And a bit more bay leaf. So here we are. I'm going to put a bit of water, nothing else. There is nothing else than water in that jug. Here. As you can see, now the jus is lightly simmering. Now, Amerigo, you're going to move it on the back, and it's going to cook gently for about 15-20 minutes, reduce slowly, and it's going to be ready then. So, the onions are boiling, spring onion. The next component in the dish is the celery. Celery hack braised. It's turned with a knife. What I call turn, it's parer, cut around. And it's all the small detail which make a great dish. So you see at the celery is being cooked, prepared, nicely done. Now I'm going to pass on those 3 pieces to Amerigo. Not too much color. It's what we call fondant. Some people put with the celery hack chicken stock. I suggest not to use chicken stock. Keep the flavor of your vegetable as they are. And water is a perfect component. Use water. The sauce. Look at the reduction. Now we're talking. Look. And it is time to add, indeed, a bit of veal stock. So a little spooning of the veal stock. Here we are. Veal stock. It will not make my rabbit sauce losing the taste of the rabbit. So that's why I'm using it. Now, a little bit of Armagnac, no more than a spoon. We just leave it simmering for a minute or 2, and we're ready. So I'm going to pass the sauce. Can you bring me a little chinois, please, Amerigo? The sieve. So, here we are. Ready, steady, go. And look at the jus, look at the jus. Look, it just lightly covered the back of the spoon. And now look please at the celery. The water is gone, evaporated. And therefore you've got lovely fondant celery. Now I only need 1 because I'm going to do 1 portion. But I cook 3 because I'm going to have 1 alone. And most probably Robin, my wife, will have one alone. Look at the onions. I like them a little light color. No more water in the little onion. And here we are. Look at them, those little onions. I only need 3-4 per plate. You cook them beautifully well, Amerigo. Well done. Put that in the oven with the celery hack at 160 or 140 degrees. Now I'm going to show you one of my little funny ways of presenting a dish. My little rabbit in bread. So, Amerigo, can you have the pan heating? We're going to do the little rabbit. Just slice of bread. Any white bread will do. And we're going to cut, because I've got my little rabbit cutter. So I'm cutting it. Here we are. We're going to do a little crouton. That's what it is. A rabbit crouton. Here. This sweet little rabbit. Give me that one I cut before. We're going to put 2 there in the pan. I'll leave you coloring them. Don't color them too much, please. And now I'm going to grill my rabbit, because we're going to start cooking the rabbit. We've got all the components ready. So let's move on. So it's been marinated in oil, little thyme, bay leaf. Grilling it. And it's very quickly cooked. Couple of minutes on each side, and the rabbit will be cooked. And the smell, Amerigo, the smell of the rabbit has been marinated with the thyme, the bay leaf, is coloring. Oh, look at that. The secret of that dish is making sure that the pan is hot, very, very hot, because you don't want to cook the rabbit for too long. So, I can see that those small pieces there, the thinnest one, are cooked. Putting them there, and it goes in with all the little vegetables. Yeah, that's it. Nice and grilled. See, still a bit of herbs on it. In the oven, please. Thank you very much. Now, what I've got in that piping bag is a boiled potatoes, which I put through a sieve, like if I was doing a mashed potato, and I add a couple of egg yolk to thickening and to make sure the mashed potatoes is going to hold my little rabbit. So the rabbit will be looking at me when I'm eating it. So here we are, putting that on the border of the plate. Then I'm going to put my little rabbit. Here we are. And press it a little bit in. And then, of course, I'm going to put a bit of herb of Provence. I could use the thyme, but I've got thyme in the sauce, so it's nice to change a bit. And I'm just pushing them into the pomme puree. So, here is the little rabbit, ready. Now, the chestnut, glazed chestnut, you buy them in a jar. You can buy them in a jar or in a tins, a little bit of the syrup in it. I know that it's not a dessert dish, but I do like the sweetness of the chestnut with a rabbit. So here we are, everything is ready. Now, that's it. I'm going to use one, as I told you. So here is the celery. Then the spring onion, please. Now, I cook more spring onion, as I told you, than I need, because simply I love them. Here, spring onions. Spring onions. So, rabbit. We're going to put those lovely little fillet of rabbit on the celery fondant. Here we are. You've seen the crisscross, the marking on the rabbit. I'm going to tear a piece so you can see. Look, it's cooked through, but it's moist. It's lovely. That's what cooking is about. There is still life in the meat. The piece goes there, and that is my little rabbit. Now, it's time to put the chestnuts. So I put them there, and then the jus is ready. Now, I drizzle a bit on the top, but really very little. Don't like my meat dish to be swimming in sauces. So I think that's enough. And here we are. That's my little rabbit. Lapereau, fillet, grilled, served on a bed of a celery hack with little spring onion and chestnut. My signature dishes. Bon appétit. It works. A dish of 25 years and I'm still enjoying it. When a dish like that is so delicate, you can enjoy the wine, white wine, Chardonnay, or light red. I leave that to you. The choice is yours. But please do try to cook it at home and let me know how you feel about it. Cheers.